I'm Jonny Smith, this is Car Pervert, and today it's barn find time. Barn find, everyone loves a barn find, but it's not a barn find, it's actually just a ropey little lock-up. And my friend Tim, has found something incredibly rare, and what's bizarre is it's about 50 metres from his own house and it's been there for some 35 years.
Apparently, yes.
And he's been looking all over Britain for one, hasn't found one, and yet some guy said, I think I know where there's an old one of those.
Literally round the corner from your house.
And it's down there. So this film should be categorised under rare, but nobody really cares. I mean, look at these ropey places. Well, imagine if you open that up and there's like an early split screen van or
quite wide, isn't it? This might be a hovercraft.
You never know what little gems might be hidden near your own house. So you guys probably, like me, get really excited about finding an old thing, an old vehicle that's been sitting around languishing for years and years and years. And this is one of those examples. Look at these. I always go past garages like this, do you? And I always think, is there an E-Type in here? Is there some, bereavement feud, and inside there is a Di Tommaso Pantera? There's a whole row of them. Just left for dead. Which one is it? Oh, it's this one?
Yes. There is a garage there, honestly.
Okay.
It has not been open for probably 35 years.
Blimmin' heck.
Well, I think 99% of people would have just scrapped this car at the time when he just parked it up. I don't know why he parked it up, if there was a problem with it, or if he just bought another car and just parked it in there and never went back to it.
Well, and it's been a largely worthless car for most of its life.
Yes.
But yet, now incredibly rare and of interest to maybe
people.
15 people in the UK, including me and Tim.
Yes.
Because you've agreed the deal in principle.
We agreed the deal in principle. He's supposed to meet me here tomorrow at 9:15, and we're going to look at getting it out, making a plan to get it out. He's worried about the doors and the padlock being damaged.
Well, you can't even see the bloody padlock.
No.
I mean, where is the padlock?
The padlock's in here.
Where? It's like time tea.
And I said, well, if I damage the padlock, I will buy you a new padlock.
What do you mean if you damage it?
At least as good a quality as that one.
Probably a Chinese cracker present. So the whole point of this is to pull the car out, which hasn't seen the light of day for some 35 years. Tim has been looking for one of these cars because he's got a bit of a weird fetish for one.
You have as well.
I have as well, I'm not going to lie.
I've forgotten just how buried it is.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it is buried.
Has someone stolen the bonnet?
The bonnet's gone. Some guy around the corner nicked it to cut up to use as MOT repair, like welding steel.
All this time you've been looking for a very rare but most people don't care car.
Yes. The car that people love to hate.
And yet
We love them.
there's one that's been in here all this time. I quite like the shape of them, and as you know, I've got one. You've got one already, a Maltese.
My first car, not my first car that I ever owned, but the first car that I ever owned and drove on the road after I passed my test was an Allegro.
An Allegro.
Series 3 beige.
Beige. That's right, the Austin Allegro, universally regarded as Britain's worst car of all time. It always tops the charts for that accolade, but if you don't live in the UK, then consider the Allegro as pretty much a UK version of what Americans see as the AMC Pacer. It launched in May 1973 and the Allegro was made up to 1982, and it replaced the Austin 1100 and 1300. It was regarded as the new driving force from Austin. It was front wheel drive, it had quite interesting hydrogas suspension, it had rack and pinion steering. It was kind of like a large Mini, or not. Loads of energetic adverts with ladies, legs and dangerous driving in quarries. Top drawer 70s stuff. The Allegro was launched as a 2-door, a 4-door and a 2-door estate, and with engines from 1100 to 1750cc from a Mini and Maxi range. It was launched to compete against the onslaught of the European and Japanese imports, but sadly was never a hatchback, which could have compromised to its demise. Remember, the VW Golf launched a year later in '74. The Allegro was fundamentally a good idea, I think. It was just pretty badly made, like a lot of British cars of that era. And it featured the infamous square or quartic steering wheel, which was changed about 14 months into production. So the earlier cars with the square steering wheel, which were laughed at originally, are now the most desirable, like this car that Tim has found. So Allegro started production in 73 and it ended in 1982, which was 3 series of cars, Series 1, Series 2, Series 3. This is a Series 1 car. The Series 3s had a plastic bumpers and they looked worse to me. There was even a kind of hot hatch competitor version called the Equipe, which had graphics and metallic paint that didn't even stay on, and porous alloy wheels. I'll feature one of those another day. I grew up around Allegros, with my grandma and my grandpa having an early one with a quartic wheel. My auntie had a Pooh Brown Series 2 two-door, so I've always had a bit of a soft spot for the frumpy Leyland barrel. In another series of Car Pervert videos, I will be showing you my Allegro project, which is a two-door V6 street sleeper. But it's just an Austin Allegro. Well, there's actually a bit more to it than that, isn't it?
Well, yes, it is a very rare Series 1 SS.
SS, Tim.
Super Sport.
Come on, big it up.
Super Sport.
This is. You might not have heard of an Allegro Super Sport SS. Super Sport is normally reserved for muscle cars, Italian Exotica. Well, I think there's less, and I'll double check this, I think there's less than 4 in the UK left. So it makes it rarer than many other exotic cars. It's not an exotic car, but it was a very kind of expensive, fast-ish version of an unsuccessful car. When I say unsuccessful, actually they sold a lot of Allegros, but people just like to hate them. We've got to try and get this bloody thing out. Well, you're going to get it out tomorrow. We're going to see what happens.
I'm going to try and open the doors tomorrow. Getting it out, looking at it, I mean, the tyres are not going to hold air.
It's been in there for 4 decades. Oh, you're like a voyeur, Tim. Like a peeping Tom.
Yeah, I'm just looking.
Peeping Tim.
The number plate is on it, the chassis plate is on it. So even if we can't find the logbook, at least we can trace it.
So the idea is to get it out, see what SS only parts still exist on it.
There aren't many.
There aren't many.
I know almost everything I know that is SS has gone off it.
Right.
The wheels are on it, at least 2 of them. I can't see the 2, but I'm pretty sure all the wheels are on it.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see how ruined or not it is. And hopefully some of the rare parts, you never know, they could be scattered around in there.
Yeah, I just don't like the idea of rooting around too much and all that.
But there's going to be rodents. There's going to be rodents.
I'm not worried about it. I'm going in.
Oh, just get in. Just get in. Oh, it's a mixture between like Most Haunted, Time Team, and a car show. But this is what I like about being a bit of a car perv is no everybody loves a bit of a find, a rare find.
I mean, I can't. I just feel like something out of Indiana Jones.
Do it.
Booby traps, and when you get shot with some kind of poison dart in it, or crushed by a massive boulder.
You're more likely to get crushed by asbestos roof tiles.
The SS badges are still on it.
Are they?
Yep. White car, black vinyl roof.
Yeah.
So sporty.
Yeah. With very rare pretend alloy wheel hubcaps.
Yes. And why do they not make them in a 2-door? That's the only thing that bugs me about it.
That was weird about the British car industry.
4-door, when they made a 2-door version of the car, but they make the sporty one and have a 4-door.
They did that with Hillman Avengers too.
There you go.
Well, it's the next morning. Tim's met the guy that owns the car. He's already started hacking, look. Good morning, sailor.
Oh, hello.
What a lovely day.
I've done it all now. You've nearly.
Yeah, what you've got rid of a lot of foliage.
Padlock, yeah, it isn't attached. He came around this morning and was like, "Well, there's a padlock." Oh, he says it's not attached. You don't need the keys. So
I don't know why I threw. You said bring penetrating oil.
And you bought an axe.
I bought an axe as well because I thought axes are quite handy. You've brought a dog. I've bought an axe. So we're going to get rid of this. That last big stalk here.
Yeah, it's like a tree stump.
Can I be so bold as to ask how it went with the owner? Because
the owner was really nice.
Was he all right?
Pleasant, and So I said, when did you buy it? And he said, oh, it must have been 1973 or 4. And I was like, oh, so you had it from new? And he says, oh yeah, I bought it new.
You bought it new?
Yeah. So he's the only owner.
Because that's the first year of production, 73, isn't it?
I think it's an M.
Yeah.
So, she's 74. So, but they only made the
SS
series. Wasn't the Cortex steering wheel was only 14 months, wasn't it?
The Cortex steering wheel was a very short, because my grandparents had an M-Reg.
And that didn't.
Series that had a Cortex.
It did, right.
Yeah.
He's got the logbook. He said, I've got some old MOTs, maybe some tax discs. He said, I've got the keys, and I've got the original spare set of keys. He named the dealer in Bourne that he bought the car from.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's a one-owner car?
One-owner car.
Blimmin' heck. We've not just found a very rare but maybe nobody cares classic, but we've found a one-owner rare but maybe nobody cares classic. You know when you have dry roast peanuts, it's the dust from dry roast peanut. It's where it comes from.
Is that right?
That's a real fact. All that's stopping us from finding this car and exposing it to the sun for the first time in 4 decades is a nubbin of shrub. A nubbin of shrub.
A nubbin of shrub.
Yes. It sounds like some character from Lord of the Rings, I reckon.
Oh, there's the money shot.
We've got the ivy stumps out the way, clear around the garage door. It's almost the moment that we've all been waiting for, where we can open the door and reveal the majesty of the Series 1 Allegro Super Sport.
Sport Special.
Sport Special?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's what differentiates it from American muscle cars then.
It's the only thing. Here it is.
Ta-da! Now look, if it was just a normal Allegro, we wouldn't be making a video about it, but that little badge there is the crucial element. Excitement level, how high?
It's kind of weird. It's like, I can't believe we've actually got it.
Well, you've grown up round here. All your childhood, it's been there.
This has been here for most of my life, apart from this garage.
Go and have a look, go and have a touch.
I don't want to disturb it.
You don't want to disturb it?
Oh, it's just so...
It's a bit grubby in there. Oh,
she's scared.
What have we got? We've got a spare wheel for something else, like a Mini.
Oh, no, Dunlops.
Yeah, they're Dunlop SPs.
Sports.
Yeah, they remake them because I've bought those for my my little Honda S600.
Tow rope could be useful.
Yeah, we might actually need that.
Some overalls as well.
It's got the spare SS wheel. Get it out. Get it out. So the thing about the Allegro SS is it was a 1750cc. We'll have a look at the remains of the engine in a minute. It had certain wheels that weren't alloys. They were like alloy look steel wheels, weren't they? That's not been used. Oh, look.
Yeah.
That's it. They are rare. They are super rare, aren't they?
You can buy, this is a plastic cap that is bonded onto the wheel, and you can buy these new, but the wheels are completely different, and that's the thing nobody can get hold of is the actual wheel. So yeah,
it's weird, isn't it? It's so 70s because it's just a steel wheel with a pretend alloy look hubcap, but super rare.
There should be either silver on the outside, and this is black normally. With just these are silver, these little outlines.
So has he repainted them?
Yeah. Or was it silver with black? Maybe it's silver with these bits of black.
I think those were blacked in because I'm going to do some delving in the archives, and through the magic of editing, I will bring up some archive pictures of what these looked like when they were new.
But I couldn't sleep.
Really?
Yeah. Like 1:15 in the morning, where I couldn't get to sleep.
Did you not sleep because of excitement for this? Be honest.
I don't want to say yes, but yes.
And Tim's a man with some pretty good car taste. It just goes to show you can get excited about a ruined car that most people regard as the worst British car ever made. No, I don't think it's the worst car, but I've got happy memories of Allegros.
Because everybody knows somebody who's got a story about an Allegro that makes them sound terrible.
I love the fact that all the wheel trims are intact, all the rare SS wheel trims. The vinyl roof looks good.
Yeah.
So MReg is 74.
Yeah.
74, yeah. I had my
my
Mark 1 Granada was 74, I think.
It's not like crusty and swollen. I mean,
It's had a bit of a knock in the rear.
Yeah, it's been punched in the back, isn't it? And here looks strangely.
I wonder if that's...
Something to do with towing, probably.
It probably was a dodgy caravan related incident. Imagine this towing a caravan, there's nothing more 70s than that.
Oh, it has to be. In fact, then what have I got? A 70s caravan.
You have got a 70s caravan, haven't you? You absolute deviant. You got a 70s caravan and the SS has got a tow bar.
Oh my goodness.
It's almost like it was made in heaven.
It's got to at least have a photograph.
I mean,
The car with the caravan.
oh, and you got to go on holiday to some really disappointing resort.
It'll be like Mablethorpe or something.
You're going to go to Mablethorpe? I was thinking Yarmouth. Go to Great Yarmouth. Clacton on Clacton. Should we whip out some of this horrible kind of haunted house foliage?
I think that's your job.
And I'll whip some of that out and we can walk in and we'll have a look at the business end.
Take that, you brute.
Just realised how much blatant advertising your hoodie's doing. You know,
Yeah.
that's blatant advertising for Roadhouse.
Just a coincidence.
You going in? Do you want your gloves? I'm going to go in. It is quite manky, but and quite vandalised sadly. But what's it like in there? So a lot of people go, "Oh yeah, the Van Pla was the best Allegro." Well, it was the worst looking.
Sure.
I reckon this was a far better looking car. So somebody's nicked the pod on the top of the dash. You can see the speedo cable. It's just sort of hanging out. And the aftermarket steering wheel is in, but oh, that's it. That's good. A good bit of light now.
It is like Z-Bart.
It's been Z-Barted.
Yeah.
Has it?
Yeah.
Where?
Look.
Oh, the giveaway yellow and orange plugs.
Yeah.
So that means that this car, from new, has been wax protected, which was quite an expensive process back in the 70s. And a lot of Z-Bart cars that I've ever seen, and I've bought a few, have been well preserved. I feel even more excitement now that you've found the Z-Bart proof.
Yeah. My helmet, it was Z-Bart.
Was it?
Yeah, and it was like considerably less rusty than most everything. That it done 35,000 miles from new.
Look at these cobwebs. I mean, I don't mind spiders, but there's a shitload.
I don't mind spiders, but cobwebs around your face are a bit grim.
Walking into them in the night is annoying. And someone's kind of kicked the door and knocked the wing mirror off.
Yeah.
But and the front wing is frilly. The front wing's definitely frilly.
Yeah, scuttle panel.
But
That's I've seen. This is the side I've seen when I've clambered in.
someone has obviously vandalised, smashed the windscreen.
Stolen the bonnet.
They've nicked the bonnet, but the bonnet's not SS specific, we don't think. So this has the cappings. One of the things that makes this rare is it's got the wood tops on the doors. This is a blue interior.
Yeah.
White car. Has it got a blue vinyl roof or black vinyl roof?
I think it's black, but I might be wrong.
I can't quite tell, but I think it could be blue.
Wow.
That'd be sweet, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Sweet. Blue interior. So yeah, the rare SS rev counter binnacle that goes above the steering wheel is no longer.
They've snapped it off.
They've snapped it off.
Snapped it off, yep.
Great, that's a great thing to do.
The
What's
console has gone.
Do you know what? I'm just looking, I know this is covered in glass, but is the upholstery actually okay? It doesn't actually.
Rips on it.
There's one little rip, but that looks like it, considering it's been vandalised and
Yeah, it's
I
not
think-
been slashed.
no.
The rear.
So there's no gear knob.
Yes, there's this gear knob, which I just found.
Oh, there is a gear knob because the gear knob on the
These should have
SS.
had an actual made of wood gear knob.
Let's have a look at the logo.
But this has a
So that's the first generation Allegro logo with the lightning strike on it.
So do you think that's genuine?
Well,
maybe an optional extra? 'Cause it's leather.
Well, yeah. I mean, we'll have to have a look. But I mean, that's definitely the first gen Allegro logo. The centre console is missing. Here's the here's these door cappings again. Look, you see them. The interior actually looks really good. So because the we don't know the mileage of it, do we?
No. Although he said he's probably got the MOT.
The front of the headlining where the driver's sun visor was is ripped.
Yeah, I know.
But the rest of it is good, and the parcel shelf is all there. What is that?
It's like around the ignition.
Oh, is that? Oh, okay, underneath the steering column. Oh, well, I mean,
Oh,
that's the 1750 lump, which was the same as Maxi.
yes, maxi engine, single car version.
I wonder how quick it was, because these things weighed well under a ton.
I think they were made 96 mile an hour.
Really?
Yeah, the fifth gear was an overdrive sort of ratio, so it was quite a good cruising gear apparently.
Right.
The carburettor was on it 2 years ago when I first started looking at this car, and then mysteriously when I started talking to people about it around the village, went missing.
Seriously?
So
Someone's tea-leafed it.
Yeah, I reminded them that the car was here, and next thing they were like, oh, 1.75 inch SU, that's worth some money, I'll go and have that. So,
absolute buggers.
yeah.
Almost certainly got 4 flat tyres and it's seized. Look at this. Look, the Leyland. Look, you seen the Leyland sticker on the back?
Yeah.
I love the Leyland badge. Once you've pulled it out and cleaned it up, you'll be able to ascertain how rotten it is. Finding a windscreen's not too hard. Finding a bonnet's not too hard, actually. Okay, what was the Allegro SS? The Allegro SS was the Sport Special. It was fitted with a 1750cc engine, single carburettor. It had a 5-speed synchromesh gearbox, but it had a matte black boot lid panel, because that's sporty, right? It had 155/13 tyres wrapped around those brilliantly fake alloy wheel plastic covers. It had a vinyl roof. The SS had 4 instrument dial pod with fake wood veneer, with separate fuel and temperature gauges. Yeah! It had a rev counter. Yeah! The SS had a Quartic steering wheel, but it had wood veneer inserts in it, which made it extra rare. Yeah. Fake wood door tops. Check. Wooden gear knob. Yes. Headrests. Extra sound deadening. Boot carpet. Rear seat centre armrest. Locking glove box. Twin reversing lights. Sill tread strips. Padded parcel shelf. And of course, some SS badges. We could knock it into neutral and see if it works. I mean, it's going to have a flat tyre. Let's have a
flat tyre all the way around.
Oh, but look, the wheel trims are still on though, Tim. If you like this kind of video where we find certain stuff and pull it out for the first time in years and years, let us know. Also let me know if you've actually got a car that you think is worthy, and I will scramble together a crack team and come and dig it out, do a bit of carchaeology. Tim's unseized 3 of the 4 wheels. They've all blown up apart from one, is that right?
No, they all blew up, but one's gone down again. 3 of them have actually held air for 30 hours. One of them's gone down.
That's quite good.
Yeah, it's
okay.
quite impressive.
What is this? It's an old paper.
December the 5th, 82.
82. Vice Girls Affair with Young Cop. Was it News of the World, December the 5th, 82?
82.
We've got the keys, yes. So we're going to try and tug it out into the sunshine for the first time since the early 80s. And then Tim can take it back to his workshop for another episode and clean it up and see really how bad or good it is. Okay, we've attached it to the gym. This person is at work and their car is kind of in our way, but we've got to work with it. It's not a heavy car, they're under 900 kilos I think from memory, so...
Especially with bits missing.
Yeah.
Quite a lot of bits missing.
Yeah. Okay. Here goes nothing.
Go.
Is that alright?
Well, yeah, I think that brake seems to have freed up, I think, because it just suddenly rolled and I was like, oh no, it's going to just keep on going.
Didn't want it to go into Mrs. Smith's car.
All the...
Oh, look at, you can see the faux alloy wheels in all their glory. I can hear that.
So the air goes out.
Yeah. This is really quite poetic, look. First time out for so many years, all of these webs, all this dirt. I mean, and it's not going to be scrapped. It could have easily been pulled out and just junked. But luckily, Tim knows the rarity value of the SS.
And I like Allegros.
And we both have a bit of a thing, but this is the rarest of the rare when it comes to Allegros. We think there are how many left in the world?
I think there's 4. I think this might be the 5th survivor, the SS.
My gosh. Actually, Johnny, I'm going to correct you. The Allegro Club International, which I'm very thankful for providing some information, and I've put their link in the description, say there could be as many as 7 SS models left in the world, with 3 actually functioning on the road. So it's not as rare as maybe I first thought, but it's still damn rare. I mean, it looks awful because it's had the front end vandalised, hasn't it?
It's had the windows open on the garage, so any weather that the car's been getting
Yeah.
has been on the front end. 1 fog light.
With the Allegro script on, very rare now. Very rare.
And the other glass is in the car.
Is it?
Yeah.
You lucky swine. That's good. Oh yeah, see, just point to the little Allegro script. Can you see it? It's an Allegro font. Makes this glass pretty rare now.
That's the first time that's been opened for...
a long time. A long time.
For some reason it's got masking tape
I've
over
just,
all of these.
Look, there's a sill plate. There's a little sill plate.
Yes, yeah.
So
it's got these nice sill trims, hasn't it?
So those little plugs prove that it was rust protected from new with Z-Bart, and Z-Bart was a pretty expensive but effective rust protection course back in the olden days, and I think Z-Bart still exists as a company. Well, there you go, guys. No, it's not particularly exotic, but yes, I think it's pretty special, and there's no doubt that it's rare, even if you don't care. Well, there you go. The Allegro is out in the open. It's now going back into a workshop, into Tim's workshop, where he's going to set to work on it, see what the damage is, and there will be a follow-up video to this car. Thank you very much to Tim for letting me tag along on this non-barn find video of a very rare but nobody cares car. If you enjoy it, comment. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to Car Pervert. You never know what you're going to get, and frankly, neither do I. Goodbye. Let's start pushing then, shall we?
I think the tyre's going down.